Today, do I have something special for you? One of those internet stories that is so confusing, you have to sit down and think to yourself, is this actually real? Did someone just make this up to get some views? Did this actually happen in real life? But yes, I can confirm this is real and this actually happened. Now, I have said for an extremely long time that the internet is just getting more confusing as time goes on, and when I see stuff like this, I always think to myself, has the world always been like this and now just more people are talking about it? Or is this something brand new? I don't really know the answer to that question, but I hope it just never stops because this is just way too entertaining. Please continue doing extremely weird things. So, what am I talking about? Well, not so long ago, Skibidi Toilet ended up getting investigated by the Russian police. Yes, this is something that actually happened. Now, when I first heard this story, I was laughing so hard that I basically wasn't even making noise anymore. I kind of just reached that point where I was just sitting down with my mouth open and nothing was coming out, and I was just holding my chest. Wait, just pretend I didn't say that. That sounds like something extremely concerning. I was just laughing so hard that I became lightheaded. That sounds even worse. Just pretend I didn't say that whole sentence and let's just move on. Now, for quite a while now, when Skibidi Toilet first came extremely popular, there were a lot of people out there saying that this is terrible. This is just like internet brain rot. And how could anyone see this entertaining? The next generation is truly over. Generation Alpha is done for. All of those things. Even though I thought people saying that was extremely confusing, because I guess a lot of people just like to pretend that some people grew up watching YouTube poop and just absolutely terrible edits where people were just blasting noise, having thousands of flashing colors, and putting like Doritos on the screen. I forgot what the names of those edits are called, but this type of content has just always existed on the internet. Skibidi Toilet is just that type of content for the new generation. Just modern YouTube poops. But it seems like someone in Russia ended up seeing that content and went like, nope, this is extremely bad. This could be extremely dangerous for the children. Now, the whole reason why this thing ended up happening is because one person ended up seeing their kid watching Skibidi Toilet, and he thought this was something so bad, so horrible, that he thought the next thing to do was to report this to the police, which I just think is extremely funny. You know, all of the dangerous things that happen in the real world, you know, it can be pretty dangerous out there, roaming the open world, especially if you're a kid. I'm pretty sure Skibidi Toilet is like the last thing you have to worry about, but no. This guy just walked by and saw his son watching a little bit of Skibidi Toilet, probably typing a Wikipedia article in the comment section, coming up with a theory, wondering what's gonna happen next, and he was just like, no way, this content is just horrible. Is that man's head coming from a toilet? Is that a cameraman? No. I can't have my children watching this. I need to go and do the responsible thing and report this to the police. How dare something like this even happens? Our children is watching something as dangerous as Skibidi Toilet. And apparently this complaint got so big that now some people in the police force need to sit down and spend their time watching all 70 episodes of Skibidi Toilet. And I think the article describes this perfectly. I'm pretty sure no one expected this to happen when they signed on to the job. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they come down to the conclusion that this whole series needs to get banned, because I generally don't know how one person can sit down and watch over like 30 minutes of Skibidi Toilet and their brain just doesn't completely melt out of their ears like they're taking too much temporary compound V, because man, that is going to be an extremely miserable time. I feel extremely bad for those people who have to endure that torture. Now, I think the one thing that makes this story extremely surprising is that it doesn't take place in America. I'm pretty sure that place is pretty much known for people starting the most dumbest lawsuits of all time, or people being scared of just very stupid stuff. Like every single time when a book gets banned in a library, it'll usually be something extremely small. It's something that doesn't really matter at all. Like it will be like, did you know in this book someone walked around and like hold a knife, and then a bunch of people in the library would just freak out and go like, we need to get rid of this think about the children. Stuff like that would normally happen in America, but no, this is going on in Russia, which is extremely surprising. Now, although this is the end of this story, it seems like America isn't out of the race, because it looks like a lot of people on that side of the world has decided to launch a lawsuit against TikTok saying that it's hurting American children. So I guess they didn't want to be one up, and they still have a bunch of people starting lawsuits with stuff like this. Now, I do have a problem with people doing stuff like this, mainly because this just seems like a bunch of parents not wanted to parent your kids. Like, if you're extremely concerned that Skibidi Toilet is really something extremely bad and is just absolutely ruining kids and rotting their brains, shouldn't it be your responsibility as a parent to actually see what your kid is doing on the internet and make sure they're not watching this extremely dangerous content? But instead of doing that, I guess it's just way more easier to blame everyone else and go like, no, it's not my fault that I'm not taking care of my kids properly. It's everyone else's fault. Because why would I go and take personal accountability? It's Skibidi Toilet's fault why my kid didn't end up the way that I wanted him to. Because that is what a responsible parent does. Anyway, that's it. This is just something that I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day. Or night. And happy birthday. I bet you didn't see that coming. I know it's someone's birthday today. So if it is, happy birthday. See ya.